Turning to the weekend, you've had your injury problems this season. The players have been away for the international break. Has everyone reported back fit, or any new concerns at all?
Well, a few of them are coming back today, so we have a training at 11. We use this international break to work hard, and I can say that we done that really good. We trained really hard with the players who were here. A lot of the players, they went away with the international teams, and most of them are back. Most of them were back on Tuesday or yesterday. Now we have a few of them coming back today. Winston Reid is the latest one because they played in the States. So he's back today, and then basically tomorrow we're going to have a full team on the pitch.
Do you have any who have been out who maybe now back in contention for the weekend game against Palace?
Yeah, there is Aaron Cresswell is back. He started, well, he was training first couple of weeks with the physios and with the fitness coaches. Then after Middlesbrough game, he started to train with us, and now he's 10 days in training, full, and he looks really good. He looks sharp, and he's going to be in the squad, and we're going to see is he going to start or not.
The results you've had haven't been what you wanted. Can you put those down to the fact that you have had an extraordinary amount of injuries so far this season?
Yeah, I'm not looking for the excuses, and but definitely they are one of the reasons why we didn't start as we wanted to. Yeah, definitely they are the ones. We had many injuries since the preseason, to be fair, and a lot of them were long term, but now the players are coming back. Our injury list is now not that big. A few of them are still out, but they are coming back, and as I said, Cresswell is already back, and now we are expecting 3 of them to come back very soon again, in a couple of weeks' time maximum.
A lot has been put down as well, of course, to the move to the new stadium, and I think everyone at the club accepted that it would take a while to settle. At what stage do you think, well, we should be beyond the settling process now, and we can't even think about the fact that it's a new stadium? Does it then become a bit of a worry?
Well, the stadium is not a reason. I mean, the stadium is great, and okay, like in history, many or all the clubs that changed the stadiums, they needed the time to settle in and to get used to this stadium. So it's same with us. But as I said before, it's a great stadium, and we have to win few games to feel more at home at it.
Given the issues with the fans and sort of that move to the new stadium, is it almost a relief to be playing away from home?
No. I mean, make no mistake that we would rather play home than away, because we feel 60,000 people when we are playing home. We feel them, and no, we would rather. No, it's not a relief. Of course, it's not a relief. We would like to play Palace at home on Saturday in front of our fans.
We saw in the last game a fantastic goal from Dimitri Payet. Are you seeing a return, perhaps, to the levels that he reached last season now?
Yeah, I mean, he had Euros, and then in the beginning of the season he got injured, and then he came back, and as against Middlesbrough we saw him sharp and fit and quality, of course, and he produced that kind of magic with that individual goal. That was amazing, and of course we are expecting from him to continue, not to score those kind of goals, because it's not one-off in his case, but it's very hard to score these kind of goals. But yes, we are expecting him to continue on that.
Because he was in such fantastic form last season, perhaps didn't reach those levels at the start of the season, the injury and so on. Do you feel that perhaps the other players were almost looking to him to spark the side as you struggle to get the results so far this season? Were they perhaps relying on him to turn games for them?
Okay, yeah, well, you are always like in every side, you have exceptional players that you are expecting to do that, and he was doing for that last year. But it wasn't only him. I mean, we had few players who were doing that kind of things or stuff in the games. and of course that Dimi is one of them. That's why he was one of the best players in the Premier League last season. But it can't be only Dimi, of course, like it wasn't only him last year. Thanks.
Slaven, just wanted to, you alluded to a little bit there, the international break. For you, has it given you a chance to reflect and regroup with your staff on those first 7 games of the season and work out a plan to move forward now?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we used that international break to train a bit more with the players that were injured before the last international break. So they played few games, but they weren't totally fit. So we used this period of couple of weeks to get them in a proper state that is required for a premiership. And as I said, I'm very happy the way they trained, and I'm expecting us to be really fit and good on Saturday. Okay, this break also helped us. It gave us 2 weeks before the next game, if we are talking about injured players who were really close to be back training or playing for us, like Cresswell. And then as I said, few of them like Andreayu, Sacco, Andy Carroll, they are still not fit, but they are closer. And trainings and everything, and the spirit in the group, and that shortening of the list of injuries is giving us belief and hope and optimism before the games that we are expecting now.
Did you see a little bit of character in the side, the way they came from behind and managed to get something, albeit not a win, but a draw out of that game with Middlesbrough?
Yeah, in a game against Middlesbrough, okay, like every home game, we are looking to win it, and we were not happy with the result, but there were a lot of positives, and we showed the character. We didn't bow, we didn't sink. On the contrary, we reacted straight away, and it wasn't a great point for us. As I said, we were looking for 3 points home anyway. We would look anyway, but especially considering the situation that we were in. But there were a lot of positives, and showing the character was definitely one among them.
And Crystal Palace this weekend, aside from themselves, they seem to get a little bit of form now, particularly since Benteke has come in and scored a few goals.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't start well. First 3 games, they got 1 point, but then last 4 games they got 10 points. Yeah, since they got Benteke, and he gelled straight away in a team, and they didn't want the break, like because they were playing good, they were collecting points, but as I said, we went there last season in this stage of the season, and we played really good, and we won the game 3-1. So hopefully we're going to do the same, although we are expecting very, very difficult game, of course, to do the same on Saturday. Yeah.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
James Tomkins, how much do you regret letting him leave the club now, considering the form he's been in down at Crystal Palace?
As I said, I tried to explain the situation with James, and I said it a few times. I'm going to repeat the same words that I already said, is that I didn't want him to leave. I didn't want him to go, but last year he played many games for us on different positions. So he was very good for us to have him in a squad and to play for us, but I couldn't guarantee him that he's going to play week in, week out, and that is the reason why he left. Also, he didn't want to leave because he's, as we spoke a few times, he's West Ham born and bred and all that, but he wanted the guarantee basically, and I couldn't give him that. Yeah.
You mentioned Christian Benteke playing really well for Crystal Palace after only being there a few weeks. Has that been a problem for you that some of your new players, because of the lack of continuity in your selection, mainly through injury, that they haven't quite come up to your expectations?
Yeah, but with Benteke it was a little bit different situation. Benteke didn't have to adjust to the league and to the style of the Premiership and demands of the Premiership. Like because he only changed the club, he's in the Premiership for 4 years or 5 years already. With our new players, like many of them in a history or now, they came from different countries. Some of them were not playing regularly last season for their clubs, and that's why they need more time to settle in the Premier League. But the players who are here, and because the core of our team was here last year, we have to help them, and our job is to help them settle in quickly.
With what's happened at Crystal Palace since the start of the season, is it just fine margins, or really fine margins in the Premier League, that makes a club turn around like that? So West Ham with one result, it could get better?
Yeah. Well, I definitely believe in that, because I saw that last year, even with the club that you are talking about, like Palace had its ups and downs. Also last season they started really good, and then the second part of the season they didn't win many games. So it's a Premiership. It's very cruel league. You have to play good. Very soon you can get in trouble, like we got. We got in 4 weeks, in 4 games, we got in trouble. So you can get out from trouble very, very quick. But you need to start performing, and you need to start winning games.